Hello, everyone. Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Hello.
I'm Pamela Pick, and this is my husband, Bill.
I'm here.
Let's see if I can get us live on the laptop.
Live on the laptop. I see you.
You do? Hi, Kristen.
Hi, Kristen Winslow.
Are you staying nice and warm? Because I know it's cold up north. It's cold here, too. I've been going back and forth. I have my heater on till I'm too hot, and then I'm like, got to turn that off, and then turn the fan on. It's craziness. So today, hi Holly, hi Jackie. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a card with very few, with just without DSP is what we're going to do. And I'm going to use this stamp set. Now you can find it in our mini catalog. This is called the Quiet Reflection. If you've seen it in the catalog and you thought, I don't know, let me just tell you that I really like it. And let me tell you why. A lot of our sympathy cards say with deepest sympathy or with sympathy, but this one has a sorry for your loss. I love that. I love that it's unisex, so you can make a masculine or a feminine card out of this. I also like that it has the friendship of a pet is one of life's greatest gifts. So I think that's pretty awesome too, that, you know, you can use it for whatever your situation is in loss. It's always sad when we have to make these cards. Sometimes I have a few made up, and then other times I don't have any at all. And if you're not, if you don't have something, you know, a good stamp set on hand, it makes it more difficult. I have a lot of like sentiment stamp sets that say with sympathy, but I don't have any that are kind of designed for loss. And so this one I think really does do a nice job on that. And I love that it's got kind of this watercolor detail on here. So if I hold this up, you can see that it's got kind of the dots that they do in stamping. And it looks like, and I didn't realize this, so I don't know whose this is, but this was $1 Million Achiever stamp set too. So it is really a good one to have on hand, just because I love this, that sentiment, sorry for your loss. I think that with sympathy can tend to sound canned. Don't get me wrong, I use it, but I think the sorry for your loss really just kind of heightens it, and then they have these other sentiments to go with it. It also has you're on my mind, because you could use this even as a thinking of you card too, and just not do the sympathy stuff with it. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna pair the tailored made tags, and we're gonna do some masking. So I have the 4 square decorative masks. Now these are not in these catalogs. It would be in our annual catalog. You'll find it in there. I'm not sure of the page, but I'm going to use this one. It has almost a plaid look to it. So let's get started. Now, for every $50 that you do spend during celebrations going on, you do receive something from our celebration catalog for free, which is always kind of fun. There's DSP, there's stamp sets. So let's just start off right now with the card base. So I have, and I've got some small pieces here. I should throw this little mat out and use it what it's intended for, to hold these small pieces so that they don't go flying on me. I'm phenomenal for that. So I want to start off with this mask, and I'm going to fold. This is a piece of Lost Lagoon. Had to stop and think for a moment. Are you still awake back there, Bill?
I am.
What'd you think of that stamp set?
I like it.
Yeah.
Especially the pet part.
Yeah. Well, that's because we both have the little doggy that means the world to us. Okay, so I'm just going to fold this piece in half, and then I am going to use right here on the glass mat. Now this is something that if you join Stampin' Up, you can get the glass mat. I don't know if it'll be for sale or not later after the special, but during celebration you can have a choice of the glass mat. It does come with the silicone mat with it, as well as the cleansing cloth for it, which is kind of cool. And I will be using this today. I'm going to move this over here because I'm going to actually use the mat today. So what I want to do, I'm right-handed, and I'm going to, Bill, can you tell me if I'm clear over here, if I'm still in the camera?
Oh, well, it hasn't caught up with you.
Okay, well, when it catches up, will you let me know?
You're just off to the side of the center.
Okay, good. Well, then that's fine. So what I want to do is I'm just going to take a piece of washi tape here, and I'm just going to anchor my card base. I'll do it again here. I just want to anchor it in some kind of removable tape. And then everyone is different. I like to use, well, that's not very sticky anymore. I like to use some, like, you can use the blue tape. This is some artist tape, but you can use like the blue tape for painting. And I like to hold my mat in place once I get it on here. So, okay, there we go. And then what I want to do is I want to take Lost Lagoon on here, and we're going to just do a little bit of blending. So I have a blending brush, and that's what this is for, is you can put it in here and it kind of holds it in place. It's not running around or skating on your glass. So I am going to do what I normally do, is I'm going to just tap off only on my glass mat, because I can clean my glass mat. This is kind of cool, isn't it? All right. And then I'm not going to do this whole thing, but I am going to kind of go in here and fill in some of this. Through the middle, leaving that edge kind of, so let me pull this back so you can see. See how I'm doing kind of in the middle, and I've got that edge? I'm not quite done. Do you see that, Bill?
I did.
Okay. Well, I was talking to you and you didn't respond.
Well, I had to wait till I saw it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm ahead of you, huh?
A few seconds.
Gotcha.
Madison, hello.
Hi, Madison. I don't know if we spent a lot of time welcoming everyone. Welcome, everyone. Okay, you can see I've just got a little bit of this background. Now I've got it kind of square, so I'm going to go and just so it's not quite so square in the middle, and just do a little
square in the middle, huh?
Yeah, I want it to be kind of, you know, rustic, not just so symmetrical. And to each their own. All right, so let me pull this off. We're going to use it again. And very carefully, I'm going to take this without ripping my card base. Okay, so we've got that. Now, while I am thinking about it and I have this out, I'm going to grab one of our envelopes, because, you know why? I'm going to go ahead and do some on the envelope too. So when I'm lining this up, I look at the line from our envelope and I try to get this inside line right kind of lined up to that. So as best as I can, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to split this piece. And I'll just go right there and over here And now I've kind of got that held on. And I'm going to just go ahead so I don't have a naked envelope and just kind of do this the same on the back of the envelope. Now you can do it as heavy or as light as you want. I feel like it's kind of a somber occasion that I'm making this card, so
it is.
I'll probably do a little lighter brushing on there.
Not make it so bold.
Yeah. I'm going to do right up to this edge. And
the fold edge?
Yes, and it's okay to, whoops, well, I just moved that. It's okay to pull it up and take a look at it. And actually, it's not too bad. So that's pretty good for a matching edge to the card base.
That's
okay.
Cool. I like it.
Yeah, it's just a fun technique. Masks don't cost a whole lot. And so I chose that specifically for this. Now I am going to come in here with the cleaning cloth, and I'm going to clean that little area up in between. We're going to be getting it dirty again, but okay. So while I have this, I'm going to burnish this down just a little bit more. I want to take that Sorry for Your Loss stamp, and we're going to come here and I'm going to just stamp it off. And let's see, this is set up straight that way, so I should probably maybe hold it this way. So stamp it off, and then I'll just start center, I guess. Stamp it off.
You stamp it on a piece of paper or just the glass?
Just the glass, and I'm stamping right off of my project. Do you see that?
Yeah, and there's a light right there, and that's why I was asking for this piece of paper.
Nope. Okay, should I move over a little?
Nope.
Okay, so just, it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a hand stamped card. I know some of you are kind of perfectionists, but stamp it off. And we're just going to lightly put the Sorry for Your Loss on here. Okay, so it's just in the background, kind of random. Do you see that? When it catches up, do you see it? And then I will just clean that off. So I got that pretty oogie boogie. And I'll reattach that to my block. And then I'm going to come and just clean this area again. So if you're really into no waste, this is very good for that because it's kind of reusable. All right, so I've got the background and I've got this, which is fun, right? So let's put this, well, actually I'm going to use this again. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment, and we're going to grab the tag. This is the largest tag in the TaylorMade tags. And what I want to do is I want to grab the stamp, and I'm going to pull the stamp set out so you can see. So there's two that you can choose from. I'm choosing this one here. So, and I want to do a dual color. So I'm going to have this be a reflection. So I'm going to use one side in the Lost Lagoon, and then the other side I'm going to do in Old Olive. So let's just start off, and let me see here. I want to look at this to see which is top. I'm assuming that this is going to be the bottom then, and this is top. So we're going to start. I've got a couple, I have done a roller with this. I've done blending brushes with this, but the best thing that works is just a good old sponge dauber. So bring your sponge dauber in, and sometimes these corners tend to be the wettest on your ink pad because you tend to use in the middle. So grab up some ink there and start going in. You see that? I don't know if it shows on camera, but I'm going in and I'm just going to sponge this. There we go. Now some's coming. Got to get the sponge dauber wet. And go right down into that reflection. And like I said, you can brayer it on, but it doesn't blend it as well. And if you get too much ink, I don't think you get the detail. So I have tested a couple different ways. This is my preferred favorite way. Again, these are fairly inexpensive. They cost like $5 or something.
So you're saying it's like porridge? Not too much?
Oh, are you giving the three bears? Yeah. Okay, so then I've got this on, and I want to carry this down just a little bit. Yes, it's just right, Bill. It's not too much. It's not too little. It's just right. And I'm going to kind of fade it a little as I go down. Okay, then I'm going to switch that for a Lost Lagoon one. I switched it out. And I'm going to get that pretty inky, and I'm going to come right back over on the reflection. You know, I hate that we need sympathy cards, but we do need them. And when we get a good sympathy stamp set, I always try to promote it, not because, you know, people are, I mean, it's no fun promoting these, but this could be used for more than sympathy. And I really liked that about it. It's very soft and pretty. I think this will be good, so we'll give this a shot. So I'm just going to huff on this just to put a little moisture from my breath on the stamp before I stamp it down. And I am right-handed, so I'm going to turn it just a little to the left. So just a little moistening. And then I'm going to add this right down here. Maybe I should have stood up, but let's give this a good press. I'm not rocking it, but I'm definitely giving it a good press. Let that ink transfer. Okay. So do you see what that did? You'll have to let me know when you can see it. It made that nice image on there. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to use my cloth to clean my mat. Now, if you don't want to get this mat for signing up, you can sign up and they'll give you an extra $30 of product to pick from. So that's always an option too. Oh, wait, while I got this out, I want to do one more thing. I'm going to use my stamp. Let's make sure I got this lined up pretty straight. Use the grid pattern on here on my block. We'll ink this up, and I want to check it. There we go. And I'm just going to ink right here because this is going to be the center of my card. Okay, now we'll put this away. And we'll set this aside. Bringing this back in, I just took a piece of old olive, and for the tag, they have these little tag toppers. So I'm going to add just the teensiest. Now I usually keep two going at the same time. One is a little heavier, one's a little less. That is to help so that I can do some really fine gluing on something like this. And this is one of those things where when I'm doing that, I really should probably be using my, these are reverse tweezers, and I got mine off of Amazon. So we don't sell this. This is one thing that we don't sell, but I do swear by. I don't make any money off of it, so I'm not trying to sell it. I just use this when I'm doing something that has a little bit more finer. Okay, so I'm going to line that up, and now I've got that color kind of brought up on my tag to look like one of those tags. Okay, so now that I've got this done and I'm pretty happy with the outcome, I'm going to rip it up. Yep, I am. So let's just start here and let's just see how I just tore that end. So I did lose some of it, but it's still so pretty. And this technique has been around forever and I still really like it. Bringing this back in, let's take, notice no DSP. Let's put this in on the inside. I cut my white piece at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, if anyone wants to know. Okay. And before I stick my hand in that, I'm going to go ahead and clean that up. This cleans up just like your chamois, so I like it. One of the things that I love is that you can fold it and get it to the size that you need when you're scrubbing. So it's a little bit different than our chamois. I like the chamois because it's thicker when you're going with your stamp. Okay, so now we're here to the front. And, oh, I forgot one more thing. I'm sorry, I do this. Let's get our sentiment on here. And I'm going to pull out the Lost Lagoon. This is just kind of a real subtle look. And the one that I chose was, where's the stamp set? I believe it is To Remember is to Give Life to Those We've Loved and Lost. So that's what I chose. And I'm going to just ink this up. Oh, I'm going to have to stand for this because I rocked it. See it? Small stamp, small pressure, and I didn't even follow my own rule. So, okay, I got that pretty long.
They like the image.
Yeah, that image is so pretty. This could be for more than just sympathy, especially if you have, you know, someone in your life who's very outdoorsy. You know, that would be really neat to have with them. Okay, I'm gonna just cut this down. This is a piece of crumb cake and it was a scrap. I bet you it's a 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch scrap that I had. I'm just going to cut that down a little bit because that's too big. Now, let's see what I got here. I've got the Banner Pick-a-Punch and I'm going to go ahead and run this through like so. And snip that down, and then I'll do the same thing, flip it over. Oops, let's get it flat. There we go. Crazy. Did the flag on it. So, because I am going to, where these two images collide, I'm going to go ahead and just lay this right in between that. So, I don't want to go over it because it will, the glue will be all over the place. So, and I'm going to do it at a little bit of an angle here. Like so. Okay. So it's just glued flat down to it. But then I am going to find some dimensionals. And let's pop this up. Onto our card base because I don't like sag. I'm putting one in the middle. Okay, so here we are on our card base. So it's very somber, you know, for the occasion. But it's very, very pretty. And there's really hardly any supplies. There's no DSP. It's really cardstock and stamping, which is very easy to do. Okay, now let's add, I'm going to add some gold These are the pastel adhesive back sequins, and I'm going to add the gold because I think that's going to give a richness to this. So let's see. Let's do one of these larger ones, maybe down here. And then we'll do a smaller one. Let's see, I don't want to push that down till I'm committed to it, and I'll do another large one. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So here we have very minimal stamping supplies and a very beautiful card that is ready to send out to your loved ones or friends or family members or even somebody's pet. I think this is a great card. Now, Bill, I got a question for you.
You do?
I do. So where do you suppose I got this idea?
YouTube?
You would think. There's a lot of things you can find on YouTube. Try one more guess.
Instagram?
You're so cute. I'm going to show everyone where I got it.
Oh,
so,
out of the catalog?
This is a direct copy from our catalog. Why am I showing you this? Because...
Oh, they guessed the catalog.
They did? Yeah, I'm showing you this. Now, okay, I had an old olive accident that I dropped my stamp pad onto here when I was looking at this. But I show you this because Stampin' Up! Puts a lot of energy into developing cards that are easy for anyone to do. And I want you to know, sometimes when you see a sample and you think, oh, I could do something like that, just do the sample. It is okay to case. I love casing. For any of you who have the stamp set already, do you plan to make this card? And for those of you who don't, do you plan on getting the stamp set? I'm always curious as to when I'm teaching something, but you can't tell, you can't see the little sorry for your loss on this because I literally dropped my stamp pad by accident on it. But I copied it straight from our catalog. I know we can get the recipes. I didn't get the recipe. I just looked at it. And you can see it's a little different, but it's the same basic idea. So don't forget to look at your catalog and really look at it and see if there's something that you can learn in your own stamping. This sample was actually the reason why I wanted this, other than this sorry for your loss. So this is... Quiet Reflection on page 63 of our catalog, and it is a $26 stamp set. So very minimal supplies would be needed to make a card similar to this. Now this one, they do have DSP and some die cuts out of it, but this, you know, would be very easy to make. Now all of our products are currently on sale. How that works is, I shouldn't say sale, but it's celebration. So for every $50 that you purchase, you can earn something free from our celebration catalog. That's this little catalog. And there is stamp sets. This is the one that I made from Wednesday night. You know, there's stamp sets. There's DSP. There's even an embossing folder back here. There's dies. Yeah, see, this is from the $100 tier, but you get a stamp set and an embossing folder. It's absolutely gorgeous. So these are some ideas of some things that you can get for every $50 that you purchase from my online store. To find my online store, if you're here right now on Facebook, if you just go to the top of my Piccadilly Stampin' page, you'll see a Shop Now button. If you're buying under $150 worth of product at a time, please use this host code. It's my current host code. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will have a link in the description for you to be able to find my online store. If you do not have a demonstrator and you would like me to be your demonstrator, I always send the first catalog free, and this one would come with the celebration catalog. So all I need you to do is just send me an email and let me know what your mailing address is and if you have a demonstrator. The other thing is, please subscribe to my channel. like, comment, share. This all helps me very, very, very much to keep bringing videos like this to you. I do appreciate it. And one last thing is I have a paper share left. If anybody is interested in it, it's $45. Just message me here on Facebook, or if you're watching this, I'll leave my email address in the comments of YouTube if you're watching this later on YouTube. It's first come, first serve. I'm not holding anything, but if you would like one, let me know. It's $45. That includes the shipping. So we will see you next week. Were there any questions, Bill, before I go?
No, but a bunch of people are going to make sure they get the card. This set.
Oh, good. Good. I love it if I can inspire, and I love it when you share it, when I share my video again, if you share that you made it. I love that. That's awesome. So you guys have a great weekend. Stay warm, and we will be back here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time for another card demonstration. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.